Hey guys, so it is currently November 21st and there's a lot to update you on. I've got my notes, so I'm gonna try to keep on track or else this video is gonna be exceptionally long and I don't have time for that. So I've decided to first off stop doing daily videos. I'm also not going to do any videos in regards to all of the stuff that I've recorded from the 9th to the 20th, just because I've really been exhausted by it, and the idea of doing daily videos is just really hitting me hard, and I don't think that I can do that. I don't really want to do an hour-long video updating everything that's happened, especially when I haven't really been talking to the camera much. I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of work videos. There's gonna be a lot of background music of me just working, and I don't really like videos like that. I personally enjoy videos of people talking to the camera and explaining things and maybe showing B-roll over it, and that's what I like doing. And what I've recorded previously has not done that. So I just want to make sure that the videos that I produce are ones that I'm happy with, videos that I put out are ones that I'm excited to make. And don't get me wrong, I'm extremely proud of what I've been able to accomplish doing daily vlogs. I did 6 days of daily vlogs, the 1st through the 6th, and that is exceptional for me, especially with the fact that I hadn't been posting weekly videos even for like 2 months, because I wasn't sure in the direction that I wanted my channel to go in. And when I finally figured it out, NaNoWriMo came around and I'm like, let's do daily vlogs. So I am extremely happy and proud of myself for what I've been able to do, especially with writing for Nano, which I will get into later. So I want to explain a couple of things, update a few things, and just take it from there. So to start off, the first thing I want to cover is YouTube, the type of videos I'm going to do, how often I'm going to do them, and all of that. So starting off with how often, weekly videos. I don't know if I'm going to be putting out 2 videos a week or weekly. I do know that I would like to get the videos up on Thursdays, if not Fridays. However, there will hopefully be weekly videos. The type of videos they are will depend on what's going on in my daily life. I will not be talking to the camera much if my family is home. It's just hard for me. I'm not confident being on the camera in front of people. By myself, I'm fine. Being in front of people, not gonna happen. So that's a little tricky. And with the holidays coming up, I don't know what kind of videos I'll be able to put out depending on when I get time alone to record. Now, as for content, a majority of what I do will be vlogs, and a majority of what I do will be talking to the camera and putting in videos of me doing work while I'm talking or background music, a couple of it. But I want to do weekly vlogs of just updating my life, because in 2024 I have a lot that I want to get done. I have a lot that I want to accomplish, and I'm a multi-passionate person, and what I want to do is not just writing in the way that this channel started off with. So I want to shift this channel to include all of my multi-passionate things. And why is there so much fucking noise? And so I feel like doing this as like my personal brand will allow me to do that, and will allow me to do weekly vlogs, and will allow me to cover everything. And I'm just enjoying the ride. I mean, starting in January, we have an RV that we're going to start fixing up for me to work in, which I will show you that. And I would like to publish a novel in 2024. We'll see how that goes. And I would like to start the process of a couple of other different projects that I have. So YouTube will be weekly vlogs. Depending on what's going on, I might switch out those videos for more talking head videos like this, just because it's really hard to grow a solely vlogging channel. You kind of need other videos to get people interested and get people to find your channel, which is partly where the title of this video comes from. I promise I will get into NaNoWriMo with all that update, that's going to be a section later in the end, so just keep watching. Let me finish explaining everything else and we'll get to Nano in a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do mostly vlogs with a couple of talking head videos like this, just to try to use the tips and tricks of growing my channel, which I have been studying various different YouTube gurus that I have found. I hate saying gurus, but it's kind of like what they are. They are experts in YouTube, and I've been studying them and their videos and their channels, and I'm trying to take their advice, so that's that. Now on to other social media. I will be limiting what I do on Instagram or other social medias. I will mainly be focusing on long form videos for YouTube, because this is the channel that is going to get me the life that I want. This is the channel that I will be able to support the life that I want. Other social media platforms don't necessarily do that as easily. And so I want to focus on this one. I want to focus on making this one solid and then growing and doing the rest of them as I grow. So once YouTube gets established, I can then maybe hire someone to help me with social media and potentially expand into Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube Shorts. I'm not really touching that right now. Currently, YouTube is my priority with work and with all my other stuff that I'm trying to accomplish. I can't be stretching myself so thin, and YouTube is my go-to. It's the one that I love. It's the one that's going to get me the life that I want, and so that's what I'm focusing on currently. So I have this Instagram account called Bella Crafter Co, and I might try to be posting like work in progress, finished artwork stuff on there, and all the extra craft stuff that I'm doing. So I might try to do that on there, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I keep looking at the viewfinder, but I want to make sure I'm within here. So on to general life. I currently have a job, part-time, seasonal. I'm hoping that turns into either a full-time or part-time job in January when seasonal runs out, but we'll see. Life is chaotic for me. I don't really have anything else that I do outside of my creative stuff and the stuff that I want to get done. So it's a little bit difficult for me to talk about my general life, because it's really just my projects, my family, and work. And my family is chaotic. My crafting stuff and my projects and all the art stuff that I do is a little bit all over the place, and work is sort of steady at the current moment. But we'll see. That might expand more later on, I'm not sure, but yeah. And now on to the nitty-gritty of the reason why I'm posting this video, and that is NaNoWriMo. I realized about a week ago that I probably wasn't going to win Nano. If I kept up with my daily word count in the way that I had started, I probably would have. But with how many days that I took off, and with the vacation that I had and not really working on the vacation, I didn't get as many words done as I would have liked, and it just set me back. Now, during this past week, I've also realized a couple of things that I wanted to get done for next year, and one of which is publishing my debut novel. And in order to get that done, I have a lot of work to do throughout the entirety of 2024. And I will not be able to get that done if I burn myself out trying to get the current work in progress done for NaNoWriMo. And done loosely, because it's going to take more than 50K in order to finish this novel. It's probably going to be like somewhere between an 80 to 100K book, and that's pretty normal for an adult fantasy romance or romantic fantasy. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's just going to take a lot. Next year is going to be a lot, and in order for me to get that done, I need to not burn myself out. But in order to start editing and doing the stuff for my debut novel, I would like to finish the current work that I'm on. And because I won't finish my current work in November, I will have to continue it on into December, and I don't want to burn myself out before then. So I am not stressing about getting this novel done by the end of the year. And I'm not stressing about getting 50K by the end of this month, because it's just, there's a lot that I need to do. And I've actually been really good about writing. I'm almost at 20K at the current moment. And I'm actually going to get more work done today. But I need to set myself up for success within the next year. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I don't burn myself out, which will take out my January. And I cannot have that happen. I need to protect my own mental health. I need to protect my own energy. And in order to protect it, I have to relax, and I have to take time, and I have to understand that I don't need to win Nano in order to be a successful author. And I don't want to rush through Nano, rush through the 50K, which I will then have to rewrite next year or the year after. And so now on to the reason why I am quitting Nano forever. Technically, there are a lot of problems that come with NaNoWriMo, and for two reasons. One is the hustle culture that comes from it. The problem with Nano is that a lot of people will write the 50K, write an additional 20, 30K or so, and then expect to be publishing their book early in the following year. And that's not how it works. I want to add that the main problem that I have with this is that there isn't some sort of system after NaNoWriMo ends where authors can come together and edit their novels together and then publish them either closer to December or even in the year following that, because the process for publishing takes a while, from beta readers to editors and then the publication process. It's a lot. And my problem is the steps after Nano that NaNoWriMo organization does not prep you for. Doing that, you end up getting crap words that you have to rewrite or start from scratch, or some people will publish that and expect everything to be okay, but it's not. The hustle culture of Nano is a problem, and I'm not saying not everybody can write 50K and the words be great. I know of authors who can write that amount and do very well writing that amount. But most authors can't, most writers can't. And so I'm having problems dealing with that hustle culture mindset that comes with Nano. And I knew about the hustle culture of Nano before I started. I've researched Nano, I've watched other people do Nano, so I understood it. But that, coupled with what I'm going to talk about next, it's hitting me differently. I'm not really liking the idea. And yeah, so I don't like the hustle culture, but besides that, the thing that I really dislike the most about Nano is the organization of Nano. The moderators suck. They have had a lot of controversies in the last few years, and that's partly because of just the development of Nano and how it, and the environment that it cultivates. And I don't really like that. I love the idea of the motivation behind Nano. I love Preptober, I love Camp Nano, and I love that it is these set designated times throughout the year that gives so much motivation to many authors. But the organization, the moderators behind Nano, have caused a lot of problems in the last couple of years for their own other moderators in various different countries, to their own people, to the new setup of the Nano website that focuses on badges and less on community. And I hate that. I love the community of Nano. It's why I'm doing it. I got into Nano because of a YouTuber by the name of Heart Breathings, also known as Sarah Cannon, and she does Nano every year. She is very good at doing Nano every single year, and she is very motivating and happy and positive, and she's the reason why I got into Nano. And I'm having trouble connecting that with the moderators of Nano, and I'm having trouble with it clicking. And I think part of that reason is that NaNoWriMo mainly focuses on writing a novel in a month. But there are so many other aspects to there are so many other aspects to writing a novel that I think it would be fun to include. I think it would be fun to have other ways of having a full month of doing stuff for your novel, and that can include writing and editing and marketing and publishing and outlining. Sometimes people take an entire month to plot and outline and world build their story, and I think it would be fun to do that, to include so many other aspects of the writing process within a month-long challenge. And I don't know, now I'm just rambling on about some future ideas that I have. It's chaotic. I love the idea of the motivation behind NaNoWriMo. I'm just having trouble with the organization behind it. So technically I haven't given up Nano. I am still tracking my word count. I am still writing as often as I can. I'm not stressing about getting the 50K, but I am honestly writing a pretty decent amount, even every day. I mean, yesterday I had to work, and then I also came home for a live stream on someone else's channel, which I will link down below just in case you wanted to check it out. But I did that, and I still wrote more than 1,000 words yesterday. Despite how exhausted I was, despite how exhausting that day was, I still wrote a good amount. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with being able to write every day. And the day before, I think I only got like 600 to 800, which I'm okay with. I mean, I'm happy writing. I'm happy adding words to my novel. And yeah, so I'm still technically doing Nano. I'm just not on the Nano site and doing NaNoWriMo vlogs anymore. The organization of NaNoWriMo has just had a lot of controversies in the last few years, and I just don't really want to do that. I don't want to put my words on the NaNoWriMo website and have the sole focus of it being word count and badges, and that's it. But now I'm rambling. So anyways, I have a couple of goals that I want to get done for the end of the year. By the time 2024 starts January 1st, I have a couple of things that I want to accomplish. The first one, finishing the first draft of the novel that I'm currently working on. Will that get done? I don't know. But as soon as January 1st hits, I'm going to switch my mindset. I'm going to change it to editing my debut novel, because I can't. If I spend an additional month or a couple of weeks working on this, I don't think I will have time to publish my novel next year. So once January 1st hits, I'm going to put my current work in progress away, and I'm going to shift my focus to my debut novel. And I'm okay with that, because there's a lot of processes within editing and publishing my novel that I will have a lot of downtime to be able to come back to this one and work on it. So it's not like I'm going to be tossing this book aside for an entire year. It's probably only going to be a few months. So I'm not too stressed, but I would like to continue working on it till the end of this year, and I might even pick up some of the editing for my debut novel that I get sudden motivation for. So I might actually do that today, I'm not sure. But I am going to work on my current work in progress, because I have started to outline the next chapter. I've started to add details of what I'm doing in the next chapter, and I would like to actually finish that. So whether or not I actually start working on the next chapter or not will depend, but I do want to finish writing out the scene that I am going to be writing next, because it's a lot of chaos. I'm probably going to be bouncing around between the two for a while, actually, because with the first draft of my novel, I can't send that out to people yet because there's a lot of changes that I need to make to it. The biggest one is rewriting it in third person point of view, because it's currently in first person, because I made this stupid choice of putting it in first person. And I think I'm a third person point of view writer, and I think I'm a third person deep. I gotta figure that out. I'm actually gonna study that before I start rewriting it. But yeah, so I want to finish the first draft of my current work in progress by the end of this year. However, if it doesn't get done, I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm excited for next year. I'm excited for what I'm able to accomplish. And there's so much that I can't wait to share with you guys. I have so much going on that I am actually not going to tell you about until January of next year. There's a project that I'm working on that I will not be actually starting even the basis, even the initial idea of it until January. So I'm not going to explain that until January. So if you want to get updated on when that happens, I will probably do a big video of my new project, and it's not writing related. So if you have an idea of what it is, I might have mentioned a bit of it in the previous videos, I don't know, but if you have an idea of what it is, let me know down in the comments. I would love to see what you think my next project is going to be. But I will not actually be doing a full video on that until next year. So hit that subscribe button, stick around, watch my videos until next year. And if you honestly don't like my videos, if you honestly don't like the way that I'm doing this, you can just unsubscribe in January, but stick around until then. Love to have you. Anyways, there's a lot that I need to get done. There's a lot that I'm excited for. And do I feel like starting to edit Alina now? Oh my God, I'm motivated to edit Alina. Damn it. I might actually end up doing that. We'll see. No matter what, I'm not going to show you. This is going to be the video that I'm doing for this week. I might record a bit of it. I'm not sure. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for sticking around. I have a comment pinned in the comments. I have a question pinned in the comments. So go check that out. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments answering that question, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.